You got involved in a marathon, not a sprint. Now, a sprint, your job is to be the first one to the finish line, right? That's a sprint. In a marathon, your job is to do what? Just finish. Doesn't matter how long it took you, you just finished the marathon. Now, in a typical marathon, you have people rooting you on. Johnny, you can do it. Billy, you can do it. Go, Bruce. Passing your Gatorade, patting you on the back, jogging beside you along the way. Not in this marathon. In this marathon, they're trying to hit you with the Gatorade bottle. They're trying to trip you up. They're trying to tell you that it doesn't work. They're going to try to tell you stop chasing rainbows. You've got to understand that everybody isn't going to join your business. You have to understand that there's going to be some people that are going to drink what I like to call haterade. They're going to tell you that this doesn't work, stop chasing rainbows. 17 years ago when I started network marketing, the very first person I went to was my father. I said, Dad, I need you to do me a favor. He looked at me and said, how much? I said, I don't need your money. He said, awesome, son, what do you need? I said, I need you to switch your long distance service. He said, why? I said, because I got involved with a company called Excel Communications. They charge 19 cents a minute. You're a Sprint, they charge 10 cents a minute. I need you to switch your long distance. My dad looked at me and said, Cedrick, I'm not switching. Boop! You fill in the blank. He said, now I don't know anybody that works at Excel. I said, Daddy, you don't know anybody that works at Sprint. I'm your son. I said, if you can buy Girl Scout cookies from girls that you don't even know at the front door when you got a mouthful of false teeth and one real one, you can at least switch your long distance. My dad repeated it again. Cedrick, I'm not switching. Boop! Now at that point, I could have took that as motivation, or I could have joined the witness protection program. Some of y'all know what the witness protection program is, right? When you sign up Johnny on Monday and on Wednesday you call him back and he don't answer the phone no more. Because he talked to one or two people that told him that he was crazy, he joined the witness protection program. And he looked at it and said, it was only $500. It was only $1,000. It was only a couple $100. Your mother, your father, your sister, your brother might not join. It's okay. Your father might tell you you're crazy. It's okay. Your mother might tell you it's crazy. You're crazy. It's okay. My dad called me crazy 17 years ago. He don't call me crazy no more. My dad retired with $250,000 in the bank. I'm 39 years old. When I retire, I'm not going to have $250,000 in the bank. I take care of my parents right now. They don't take care of me anymore. And it's because of network marketing. Now, your friends and family are going to watch you. They're going to watch you in the beginning. Some of them are going to join and some of them aren't. They're going to watch you. If you decide to not follow through 3 months later, 4 months later, 6 months later, you know what they get to say? I told you. That's why I didn't do it, because I knew you were going through one of them phases. Went to one of them meetings, one of them fast talking to people, got you involved in one of them thingies again. 2 months ago, you were selling milkshakes. A year ago, you were selling coffee. 2 years ago, you were trying to sell me some overpriced grape juice. Now you want to talk to me about my wrinkles. Stop chasing rainbows. Don't fall into it. Everybody with me on that? You need people to tell you no. Let me repeat that. That's going to throw some of y'all off for a loop. You need people to tell you no. Because when you're making $100,000 a month, if everybody told you yes, who's going to clean your house? Who's going to wash your car? You don't want to. You know what I learned a long time ago? To only do things that you like to do and pay people to do things that you don't like to do. I don't like to cut grass, so I don't cut it. I don't like to clean my pool, so I don't clean it. And I have an ugly pool guy on purpose. I'm never home. I don't need my fiance to see some hunky dude cleaning the pool every day. I don't need that. I got an ugly pool guy. I don't like to wash my car. Have somebody else do it. And there's a lot of people that told me years ago, and even when we launched Jeanette, they told me that we were crazy. Now I have a surefire way to get you to a multiple 6-figure or 7-figure income in less than 2 years. Surefire way. 100% works every time. Anybody want to know the Yes. Are you going to do it? Yeah. Go out every day and get 5 people to tell you that you're crazy. Every single day, go get 5 people, 3 to 5 people to tell you that you're crazy. You introduce Johnny to the business, and Johnny says, "Are you crazy? You doing another one of those things? Oh boy, 4 more to go." Get 3 to 5 people a day to tell you that you're crazy. Some of y'all are like, Cedrick, you're crazy. I am. I'm not broke though. See, if you get 3 to 5 people a day to call you crazy, there's going to be a handful of them that are going to join you. Because in case you haven't noticed, you got to be crazy to do network marketing anyway. Who drives 5.5 hours to speak to people in Pensacola? Crazy people. Who gets back in their car at 1 o'clock in the morning to drive all the way back and get home at 6 o'clock in the morning? Crazy people. Who drives from New Orleans to get all the way over here? Crazy people. Crazy people. Who walks around and tapping out people? We call it tap outs. You know, you walk around and you start applying stuff on people's head. Tap out. Who does that? Crazy people. So you got to be crazy to do this. Okay? So if people call you crazy, embrace it, because the opposite of crazy is what? Average. One of the definitions of average in Webster's dictionary is the highest degree of poor. That's one of the definitions. Would you rather be crazy or average?
Crazy.
I'm freaking insane. I'm insane. Okay? You want to be crazy, so don't let it bother you. Everybody with me on that?
Yep.
Secondly, I need everybody to repeat after me really quickly. Now this right here is going to hurt a couple of feelings, but I got to do it. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I need you to all repeat after me. I am not God. Okie dokie. Here's what I mean by that. Some of you are going to get involved in Saudi International and some of you have already done this, and it cost you money already. You got involved in the company, you started off in your cell phone, and we said, hey, put together a list of people. Put together a list of 50 to 100 people. I'm going to tell you right now, put together a list of 50 to 100 people. Some of y'all are going, oh, Cedrick, another list. Oh, you want me to put together a list? Oh, they didn't want me to put together a list for 50 years. You know what I figured out about network marketing? Money comes from people. Money comes from people. Money doesn't come from trees. It doesn't come from the government. It doesn't come from the mint. It comes from people. The more people you know, the bigger your relationships are, the more money you will make in this world. Period. End of story. Period. End of story. Now, some of you will get involved, and some of you have already done this. You started off, we said, put together a list. You started going through your phone, and you started off with the letter A. And you looked at Amanda's name, and you said, Amanda. Haven't talked to her in 6 months. I'm not going to call her. Amanda. Ayana. I don't even like her. Why is her number in my phone? Arthur. Arthur owes me money. If he does this, he better pay me back first. Ari. Ooh, Ari loves pyramid thingies. Ari. Hey, Ari, I got another one. No. You got to call them all. You got to call them all. If they're in your phone under the letter A, guess what everybody in your cell phone has in common? A face. So I tell people, stop overthinking this thing. They got a face. They got a face. People say, Cedrick, why do you get so excited about this? Because everywhere I go, there's customers. Everywhere I go, I just got cool customer. Everybody's got a pretty face. Isn't it cool to know that you can lead off with a face product versus when I was in a company, we sold $65 million worth of weight loss. Now, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I'm 172 pounds dripping wet. I don't need to lose no weight. If I lose weight, I'm going to look like J.J. Evans from Good Times. It's not really a good look, okay? However, we had to find people that needed the product. You had to sometimes insult people. You follow me? You got to find somebody overweight and say, have you heard of this? Have you heard of this? Have you ever thought about shaving a few pounds? Have you ever thought about a treadmill? Have you ever looked at, have you seen, you follow me? In Jeunesse, you don't have to do that. It's a simple line that will make you a boatload of money. One line will make you so much money it will blow your mind. You know what that line is? Lucy, have you seen the 2-minute jaw dropping video? Billy, have you seen the 2-minute jaw dropping video? Mary, have you seen the 2-minute jaw dropping video? If you repeat that line over and over and over and over and over again, you'll make $1 gazillion bucks. Now I want you to repeat after me again, because I need this to sink into your subconscious. I am not God. Because here's what's going to happen. If you look at anybody's name in your phone for longer than 2 seconds, you are prejudging them. If you look at their name longer than 2 seconds, you are prejudging them. Now I ain't gonna call you. He turned me down last time. She don't like stuff like this. You don't know. The person that you think that won't do it will. The person that you think that will do it won't. It never fails, and anytime I do a big meeting, someone always sees somebody that pops up in the room that they know, that they didn't tell about it. Lucy, what are you doing here? Bob told me about the meeting. You didn't know I was in it? You never told me about this. You knew I had a face. Then you're in the back. Well, you know, we grew up together. Like you should go with. No, that's integrity. You should have talked to her or him first. You just lost out. So do not prejudge anyone. This is the only company that I've been in 17 years that I've seen people that I thought that would never do network marketing do it. People that said that they would never, ever join the industry again, come back. I said I would never, I told everybody I'm not a skincare guy. I don't sell skincare, baby lotion, baby powders. What are you guys talking about? You know how many people came to me about Jeunesse? It was hilarious. It was like, I'm scared. What are you talking about? Then all of a sudden we went crazy inside of this company. So don't prejudge anybody. My sponsor chased me for close to 6 months. He wouldn't stop. He was like a pit bull on red meat. He wouldn't stop until I went to go see it. You think it was worth it to him? I can't tell you what I make on a weekly basis. All I would tell you is that he's one freaking happy dude. But he chased me down, and he kept coming until I would look at it. Your job is to just get it in front of them. After they look at it, that's on them. You got to get it in front of them, though. Everybody with me on that? Yep. So that means that we've got to play the numbers. We have to play the numbers to our advantage. Now, here's the best way to lose in Jeunesse. I'm going to hurt your feelings twice. Here's the best way to lose in Jeunesse. And everybody listen to this closely. We live in a text message society. We live in a society that people don't talk anymore. There's a woman walking around right now with a 9-month-old baby in her stomach that's sending a text message to someone else in another baby crib. They already know how to text when they come out. Have you noticed? Have you ever noticed that when you go somewhere and you can't figure out a computer or something, a 7-year-old kid knows? It's like if I could take a 7-year-old kid with me everywhere I go, I would never have a computer issue. If you never, ever can figure out something, go to YouTube, and I promise you there's a 7 or a 10 or 15-year-old kid that'll show you exactly what you want to do on YouTube. Whatever it is. I have no idea where I was going with that. There. Text message society. Do not take all of your friends and import them into J-Mobile and text message all of them. Do not go on your cell phone and text message everybody in the letter A. Johnny, you got to see this. Mary, you got to see this. Billy, you got to see this. Let me tell you why you don't do that. First of all, a text message has no emotion. Have you noticed? Secondly, if you haven't talked to me in 6 months, the first thing that shows up should not be a wrinkle cream video. Because you don't know what their response is going to be. What you're trying to say. You haven't talked to me in a year, the first thing that pops up on my cell phone is a wrinkle cream video. What you trying to say? I'm ugly. What you trying to say? You trying to say I got some wrinkle. What you trying to say? I might take that the wrong way. Okay? I had a young lady call me up and she said, Cedrick, I'm down. I texted 200 people and only 4 of them responded. I said, I'm surprised those 4 responded. And she said, what do you mean? I said, how many of those other people have you talked to in the past 6 months or a year? I'm just curious. And she held the phone for a little while. She said, I haven't talked to them in a long time. I said, the first thing that popped up on their phone was a wrinkle cream video. It's kind of like when my uncle called me up and said, can I borrow 10 grand? And I said, when is my birthday? He says, I don't know. I said, when you figure out my birthday, then you can call me back. Because the last time I checked in 39 years, you ain't never called me to tell me happy birthday, but you can call to ask me for $10,000. Good luck with that one. You follow me? I'm just a real guy. You know? So at the end of the day, don't let it be the first thing that they see is a text message with a 2-minute video. Okay? I need you all to understand that this right here is your friend. This is your friend. You know what I call this? This is my cash cow. I love this. Because every time it rings, it's money in some way, shape, or form. Whether somebody trying to take some money from you or somebody trying to give you some money. It's money. Every time it rings, I need to borrow a bill collector, this, that. Somebody call it something. Text message. This is your cash what? Cow. This is your cash cow right here. But so many times we want to avoid the phone. Embrace the phone. So I need you all to adopt the acronym. This acronym will make you a lot of money. And the acronym is FORM. Some of you have been in network marketing for a while, so you know this. But repetition is the mother of skill. FORM. F-O-R-M. Form. I want you to start forming your people. Now you're going to put together a list, right? Everybody become a bobblehead. You're going to put together a list? Okay. So you're going to do this again? Are you going to look at their name for longer than 2 seconds? No. Because what if Bob Bearden is on that list and you forgot to call Bob? You ain't happy now, are you? Come on, oh! Bob could be about there alive. Okay? Think about that for a second. Now you're going to form them. The F stands for family for those of you that are writing. The O stands for occupation. The R stands for recreation, and the M stands for money. The F stands for what? Family. The O stands for what?
Occupation.
The R stands for what?
Recreation.
And the M stands for what?
Money.
Family, occupation, recreation, money. What is everybody's favorite topic? Themselves. You know more about you than you know about anybody else. Themselves. So when you pick up the phone and you call up Johnny, don't just call up Johnny or call up Mary or call up Susie and the first thing that you say is, you gotta see this 2 minute thingy. Be a person. You want to form them. You want to what? Form them. The F stands for
Family.
So you pick up the phone and you call up Johnny and you have a little small talk started and you say, hey Johnny, it's been a while since I talked to you. How's the
Family?
Johnny's going to tell you. Oh my goodness, my kids are great. My daughter's in gymnastics. My son he's at bowling practice right now. The kids are growing up, so oh my goodness, it's phenomenal. How's your wife Susie? How's she doing? Oh my goodness, she's great, man. She actually asked about you a couple of months ago, but I forgot to call you. Blah, blah, blah. You let him or her go on a tangent. Do not cut them off. Do not cut them off. There's a goal to this. Ladies and gentlemen, we play chess, not checkers. There's a goal to this. The goal is simple. Every one of your prospects will fall into what I call a fraudulent slip. They're going to fall into what? A fraudulent slip. And a fraudulent slip is simply when someone's talking for 4 to 7 minutes. If they haven't been trained to catch their fraudulent slip, for 4 to 7 minutes, typically within 4 to 7 minutes, they're going to fall in their fraudulent slip and tell you everything that you need to know to sell them. But if you ain't listening, you ain't going to find it. One of the reasons why people don't have success is because it shows up in overalls sometimes and they ain't paying attention. You've got to have some big, gigantic ears. You've got to have some Dumbo ears because they will tell you. So the F stand for what?
Family.
So Johnny started talking about the family, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm going to get into occupation. That's the O, right? So Johnny, how's work, man? You still a welder? You still a teacher? Yeah, I'm still teaching. How's that working out? Oh my goodness, these baby kids are driving me insane right now. Ooh. Some of y'all are going to jump on that immediately. Ooh, you got to see this 2 minute video. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let him go because he is falling into his what now? He's falling into a slip right now. He just gave you a bullet to be able to come back on him on. The reason why I'm telling you this, ladies and gentlemen, is because I've learned in 17 years of being a top recruiter in so many different industries and so many different companies that it doesn't matter the product. Everybody keeps thinking that they need to know everything about the product. What you need to know everything about is people. Once you understand people, you can get anything that you want in life. Period. Period. People say, Cedrick, how in the world did you personally sponsor over 250 people? How in the world did you do that? You must have transitioned a team from another company. You had to. Wrong answer. I was on the sidelines for almost a year. I was consulting. I was over it. I got sick and tired of the drama. And this 2 minute thingy showed up in my life. And I said, well, I guess I got another 5 years. I'm only 39. I'm going fishing when I'm 45. Let's do it one more time. So once I get into that O, which stands for what? Occupation. I'm going to let him or her run. All these kids are driving me crazy at school, blah, 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 blah. That's kind of like having a hook in their mouth and you know it, and you threw the bass right back in the lake and let it run again. Let them run. If you don't know what they do for a living, find out. So what are you doing for a living these days? Oh my goodness, I'm a welder now. How long have you been welding? Man, I've been welding for the past 2 years now. How's it working out? It would be hard if I wasn't working an extra 35, 40 hours a week overtime. Sounds like some extra money, man. What's wrong with 35, 40 hours a week overtime? Because I don't see my kids no more and it's driving me crazy. Let's see my kids driving me crazy. 40 hours extra overtime. They're falling into the slip now, aren't they? Okay? The R stands for what? Recreation. So now we got to find out what they like to do for fun. So Johnny, last time I talked to you, man, you always used to like to go hunting. When the last time you been hunting? Man, I haven't been hunting in a year. Why? I just told you I'm working an extra 40 hours a week overtime. Ooh, wants to go hunting, extra 40 hours a week. So my angle with him is more time to go what? Hunting. I'm going to use his words right back on him or her. So Johnny, what are you doing this summer, man? You know the kids are out. What are y'all doing for fun? Oh, we're going to take them out to the camp. We're going to go fishing in the Panhandle. You know, we're going to go do this, go to do that. Awesome. Let him or her run with that. The M stands for what?
Money.
This is the $1 million question. This one question has made me well over $3 million. This one question. This one question. And the question is really simple. But before I give it to you, there was a case. There was a case 2000, it was 94, yeah. So 21 years ago, there was a court case that some of you remember. Now I'm just under the assumption that none of you were in the courtroom. Now I'm going to give you my opinion of something. Please don't beat me up for this because this is just my opinion. I was born a human just like all of you and we all have what? Opinions. So it was a little court case that you may have remembered. It's called the O.J. Simpson trial. Y'all remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Now it is of my opinion, it's just my opinion that based on the facts, O.J. Simpson did it. Based on the facts. This is my opinion. I'm no judge. I don't have to answer for his crimes. That's just my opinion. Now, a defense lawyer's job is to do what? Defend, to get you off, right? Now, Johnny Cochran knew something that the Commonwealth attorney didn't know, that they're kicking themselves in the butt about 20 years later. He knew something. He knew that that glove was in an evidence locker for over a year. He knew that glove was in a very hot place. He knew that glove shrank. He gave OJ that glove. He didn't practice that. He didn't see if the glove fit before he put it on him first. He knew it was in that doggone locker for over a year. Lord rest his soul. And OJ put that glove on and said, see, don't think, see. And there was one line that you all remember. Let's see. If it doesn't fit, you must quit. Interesting. And how much money has that line made you? $0. Now, why do I bring this up? You're like, Cedrick, what in the world does this have to do with instantly ageless and Janess? A good attorney will never, ever, ever ask a question that he or she doesn't already know the answer to. If you are ever caught up in a situation where your attorney asks a question that he or she don't know the answer to, you should fire that attorney on the spot. They already know the answer to the question. You as a great marketer and a great networker, you want to know the answer to the question already. So the $1 million question, which is the money question, is, hey Johnny, do you keep your options open when it comes to making additional money? Hey Mary, do you keep your options open when it comes to making additional money? Hey Janice, do you keep your options open when it comes to making additional money? How many people have said no to that? I hate money. Every time it shows up, I break out in hives. You already know the answer to that question, right? Well, yeah, I keep my options open when it comes to making money. OMG. Lucy, have you seen the 2-minute jaw-dropping video? What 2-minute video? Don't say, have you seen Instantly Ageless? Don't say, have you seen the Wrinkle Cream? You want to say, Johnny, have you seen the 2-minute jaw-dropping video? He or she, they do not know what 2-minute video you're talking about. It could be a 2-minute video of the alligator eating a lion. Anybody ever sent y'all a goofy video before? I get goofy videos sent to me all the time, little funny stuff sent to me. I'm like, what is this? This is hilarious. What is this stuff? Okay, have you seen the 2-minute jaw-dropping video? What 2-minute video? Oh my goodness, you ever seen a 2-minute video? No. Oh, you got 2 minutes? Yeah, I got 2 minutes. You got to see this. Check your phone right now. Text them right now while they're on the phone. It's only, how long is it?
2 minutes.
They can look at that while they're on the phone with you. If they got a smartphone. If they got a dumb phone, you got to call them back. If they got a smartphone, they can listen. You can hold the phone right there because it's how long? You can hold the phone while they're looking at the 2-minute video. You can send it to them on Facebook and let them click on the link or whatever the case may be, and they look at the 2-minute video. That's it. After Johnny or Mary or Sue looks at the 2-minute video, you ask one question and one question only. How many questions?
One.
Only ask one. Now some of y'all are going to elaborate on this. Please trust me on this. Don't elaborate on this. Ask one question. Hey Johnny, what did you like about what you just saw? Hey Mary, what did you like about what you just saw? Hey Susie, what did you like about what you just saw? This forces a positive response. Some of y'all are asking people, what do they think? Hey Johnny, what do you think about what you just saw? Don't ever ask anybody what do they think. Ever ask them under any circumstance, what do they think about anything. People don't think, they feel. You haven't thought about anything since 1925. People don't think. See, if you ask me what do I think, you are immediately putting me here, which is my left brain, the logical side of my brain. You want me here, the right brain, which is the emotional side of your brain. This is where you make decisions. You have never made a logical decision ever in your life. Never. Now, some of my analytical people are like, well, Cedrick, I need all the facts though. I got to have it all. You have never in your life made a logical decision. Here, let me prove it to you. How many of y'all are married? Is that logical or emotional?
Not logical.
There is nothing logical about marriage. Absolutely, unequivocally zero. There is nothing logical about marriage. Because if it was logical, you would come home, ladies, from work or a long day at the gym or whatever, and your husband's looking at football and a trash can is full, and you would look at him and say, you can't even dump the trash? Like, get out, I need a husband. Don't work that way. I love him. It's been 23 years. He hasn't dumped the trash in 23 years. The preacher said for better or for worse. I guess this is worse. Okay? Emotional. How many of y'all drove a couple hours to get here? There's nothing logical about that. It was all emotional. Some of y'all are sitting back right now like, I don't know what time he's going to finish, but don't you realize that I got 4 hours to drive home? I'm going to get home at 3 o'clock in the morning. What? I'm going to have to pull over and go to sleep somewhere. Emotional. You better be good. I drove all this place to get here. Bob was saying Cedrick's coming in town. I don't care about no Cedrick. Emotional. Every decision is emotional. So when I asked Johnny, what did he like about what he saw? What does she like about what she's seen? It puts her in her emotional brain, and he or she is going to tell me what they like. Even if there is something that even if they weren't interested. But I don't need no wrinkle cream, but her hair look nice. They're going to give you something that they like, and then they'll tell you, I don't like that. I don't need no wrinkle cream. I'm already pretty. Okay? They're going to tell you what they like. Most of the people come back with the same response. Have you noticed? 80% of the people come back with the same response. That can't be real. That must be Photoshop. God doctored that video. You know how many wrinkles I got? If that's real, I can take a bath of that stuff. How much money is in there? Can we make money doing this? You know how many people I know that got wrinkles? 80% of the people come back with the same response. So you ask Johnny, what did you like best about what you just saw? I like this, I like that. Awesome. If you like that, you're going to love this. Hey, Johnny, do you got 14 minutes? Yeah, I got 14 minutes. Oh, I got to send you something. You send Johnny the 14-minute video. Johnny looks at the 14-minute video. After Johnny looks at the 14-minute video, you're going to ask the same question. Johnny, what did you like about what you just saw? Oh my goodness, I didn't know that you could help me extend my telomeres. So freaking cool. I didn't know you had this AM, PM line, this Zen bodies. I didn't know any of that. Oh my goodness, this is cool. Oh my goodness, man, you ain't seen nothing yet. Johnny, let me tell you about my business partner, Bob. You know, Bob has been in the industry for 7+ years, man. He's got a sprawling team, thousands and thousands of people all over the world. He's a Ruby director in our company, one of the top ranks inside the company. He's a 6-figure income earner. This guy's really, really busy, traveling all over the world, helping a lot of people. I don't know if I can get him on the phone, but man, if I can, it's a plus. Hold on for me 1 second. Click. Do not ask your prospect if they want to get on the three-way. 90% of the time, the answer will be no. Because they think you're putting them in a timeshare situation. You understand? Do y'all know what I mean by putting them in a timeshare situation? Anybody here sell timeshares? Okay, you put them in a time. Okay, so I came to the timeshare to get my free microwave, right? They started off at a $40,000 package. I remember the last time I went to a timeshare presentation, it was because I've been in sales all my life. I don't know anything else. And I went to a timeshare presentation, and oh my goodness, they were setting it all up. It was interesting how they were setting it up. So how much do you normally spend on a yearly basis on travel? I said a lot. No, what's the amount? A lot. Just give me an average number. A lot. No, really, just give me. I said, I know what you're doing. As soon as I tell you how much it is, you're going to divide it into 12 months and devise a package. It's a lot. Okay. They try to beat me up a little bit. Next guy comes, start off at 40 grand, go down to 30 grand, go down to 20 grand, go down to 10 grand. By the time I walk out, they're trying to give me a weekend. I just came for my microwave. Okay? You follow me? If you put your prospect on a phone call and you tell them, I'm going to call Bob and you need to talk to him. No, I don't want to talk to no Bob. No, I'm good. He or she thinks that you're going to get bopped on the head. Don't do that. Edify Bob, edify your upline, edify someone else. Tell them about him, get them on the phone. Now, once you get Bob on the phone, or myself, or your upline, or whoever it is, after you've edified that person, you introduce Bob or whoever to that person, and you induct yourself in the Duct Tape University. And hush. And allow that person to do the talking. Here's why you induct yourself in the Duct Tape University. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all psychology. I can stand in front of the room and tell you everything you want to know about doggone products, but I can tell you right now, this is all psychology. The reason why you want to induct yourself in the Duct Tape University is because people listen to people that they don't know more than people that they do. If you don't believe me, feel free to look at your kids. You've been telling your kids to do something over and over and over, and then a stranger tells them something, stranger danger, and they do it anyway. I've been telling you that forever. I remember the first time I ate broccoli, I couldn't stand broccoli. Then my best friend mom's fixed broccoli, and I love broccoli. And I came home and started eating broccoli, and my mom looked at me and said, well, you like broccoli now, huh? Well, Janice fixed broccoli. I've been trying to feed you broccoli for 10 years. And all of a sudden, Janice told you that it was good. Ladies and gentlemen, people listen to people that they don't know more than people that they do. Who in here knows why?
You don't have that emotional connection to them.
Emotional connection, close, it's a certain word. Prejudge. They can't prejudge that person because they don't know that person. All they know is what you told them. See, they can prejudge you because they know you. They've been knowing you for 30 years. They've been knowing you for 40 years. They know you as a school teacher. They know you as a welder. They know you as a fisherman. They know you as a social worker, an insurance person. Now all of a sudden you're the wrinkle cream girl. You're going to show me how to make 6 figures from home. Ooh. Introduce them to someone else that they don't know. It's a whole different conversation. You follow me? This works, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really, really does. So let's back up real quick. Because repetition is the mother of skill. Let's back up real quick. The L stands for what?
Family.
The O stands for what?
Recreation.
The R stands for what?
Recreation.
The M stands for what?
Money.
Just as an FYI, how you do anything is how you do everything. If you can't communicate in a room of people that are already in the same business with you, I feel bad for you when you go out in the real world. Because right now you're in protective custody. Everybody in the room is already in. When you leave, it's the real world. And we are forming them, right? Right? Yeah. So when we send Johnny the 2-minute video after we form Johnny, what's the question that we ask Johnny?
Would you like best about what you saw?
What did you like best about what you saw? After we ask him what he liked best about what he saw, he tells us what he likes best. Then we send him the 14-minute video. After he or she looks at the 14-minute video, we ask him what?
Would you like best about what you
What you just saw. After we ask that question again, we edify, we put them on the line with our upline. And then when you get done, you just ask a simple question. Now, your upline may close them on the line, they may not. Depends on the situation. But when you get done, you get to ask a simple question. So Johnny, which package do you want to come in at? You assume that they're doing it. Hey Mary, what package did you want to come in at? Lucy, what package did you want to come in at? I play with people sometimes. I get on the phone with them, I say 4862. And they say, what's that? That's the first 4 digits of your credit card. I just need the last 12. Try it, it works. They say, oh, you're so crazy. 4278. It's freaking crazy. Do you understand that when people laugh, they lower their defenses? It's therapeutic, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever seen anybody laugh pissed off? It doesn't go together. They lower their defenses. When people lower their defenses, it's a lot easier to get money. If you don't believe me, ask any woman. Guys, pay attention. Pay attention, guys. Women love a guy that can make them laugh. Am I right? He can be as ugly as I don't know what, too. He's so funny. He is hilarious. He makes me smile. He keeps me warm. You better go listen to some jokes and her song. Okay? Get people comfortable. Alrighty? So I'm going to form them all the way through. Now that I formed them, I'm going to ask he or she, so what package did you want to come in at? And I'm going to shut up. First one talks loses. 10 seconds of silence on the phone feels like 30 minutes. First one talks loses. So Johnny, which package did you want to come in? And you hush. Everybody with me on that?
Yep.
Okay. How many of y'all want to know how to go diamond very quickly?
Show everybody.
Awesome. Half of you. Great. Let me repeat the question. How many of y'all want to make $1 million a year?
Oh,
There you go. Okay. So I want to show you that. But you're going to have to do something a little bit different. This is going to hurt a little feelings. Now remember, you just raise your hand and say if you want to make $1 million a year. Okay? After today, you have to eliminate something. Now, how many ways are there to sign up inside of Jeunesse? How many packages are there to sign up inside of Jeunesse?
4.
Technically, there's 5, right? Technically, $1.99, $4.99, $7.99, $10.99, and $17.99. So how many ways is that? 5. After today, there's only 4. If you give a human being the path of least resistance, that's the path they will take. Some of y'all are wondering why you keep duplicating a bunch of 199s, because you lead with 199. You're comfortable with asking for merely $200 because it's not that big of a deal. See, as I come do meetings, I always scan the room really quickly because there's never been a meeting that this has failed, and today is not anything new. Awesome. As I walk around the room, there's purses in this room that cost more than $200. There's shoes in this room that cost more than $200. You got stuff in your garage that you paid over $200 for that makes you zero money. You got jewelry in your jewelry box you bought 20 years ago for $200 that makes you no money. You spent $200 on a bag dinner before. Some of you are driving gas guzzlers right now. It's going to cost you $200 to get back to New Orleans. Okay? You can spend $200 on anything, right? Right? What, a business? A business. A business that can make you $1 million a year. Is it worth more than $200?
Absolutely.
Don't go down the path of least resistance. So someone says, well, Cedrick, what are there ways to come in at? $17.99, $10.99, $7.99, and $4.99. Shut up. First one talks loses. The $1.99 don't exist in my world. See, to go down in a month, ladies and gentlemen, you need $900,000 in volume. Let's do the math on that. That's about $2.5 million in sales in 1 month. That's 1,000 cycles, 6 sapphires. Is it easier to do that with bigger packages or smaller? Bigger. You want people committed to their business. You know, when I left the mortgage industry in 2006, I was going to buy a Subway franchise. Y'all have seen me speak in front of the room. You see that I love what I do. Maybe you've noticed that I am not a sandwich maker. I did not want to come home smelling like turkey and mayonnaise every day. But I was going to purchase a Subway only because it was a proven franchise. Until I looked at the prospectus and realized that for my $110,000 that I was going to have to put up, it's going to take me 3 years to get my money back, to break even. Now I'm going to have to work 80 hours a week. I don't like to work anyway. Mayonnaise, pepperoni, onions, bread, smelling like that every single day. To take 3 years to get my money back. No. People do that every day now, don't they? Starbucks franchise is what, $500,000? A good friend of mine owns 5 Domino's pizzas. They cost $250,000 a piece. He's got it dialed in though. It takes him a little over 2 years to break even. Not bad. But me put up $250,000 to take 2.5 years to break even. Sugar when I think about it. Inside of Jeunesse, you got $4.99, $7.99, $10.99, $17.99. If you treat your business with value, they will treat it with value. If you don't treat it with value, they won't treat it with value. Because at $199, I can easily walk away from that now, can't I? If I talk to Billy and Billy says that stuff don't work, I can now justify in my mind, well, it was this. Well, I just got $200 worth of stuff. I'll just take all the stuff now. But if I come in at $17.99, I want to get my money back, don't I? I come in at $10.99, I want to get my money back, don't I? Do you realize the higher their package, the more commitment they have? Now, are people going to quit at $10.99 and $17.99? Sure they will. People quit. People are quitters. But the reality of it is that you have somebody that's more committed at a higher level than you do at a what? Lower level. So you need to ask for the money. Now, I charge $6,000 for coaching. I coach people in different areas. I charge $6,000. I have a 2-week waiting list. Someone cannot call me up and say, Cedrick, can I hire you for $1,000? For what? I know my value. I'm not, for what? I'll speak to you for an hour for $1,000. But if you want 7 hours of my time, it's going to cost you $6,000. There is no discount. I'm not taking 50% up front. I need all of it now. You might change your mind later. I need you to autograph this document that says that there's no refunds. So when you try to do a chargeback, if you try to do a chargeback, I can submit this to your credit card company and they're going to give me my money back immediately. Been down that road before, been doing this a long time. That's $6,000. Instead, I have people putting up $17.99 to join the business. So then they get coaching anyway. You follow me? You follow me?
Yeah.
Y'all get it for free. How cool is that? If you want to pay me, I'll take donations. So the reality of this is that you've got to treat your business with value. I want you to treat it with value. You got $1 million business. Treat it that way. Treat it that way. How many of y'all want to make $100,000 a month? Make $100,000 a month right now. You know, one of my best friends and mentors says, Cedrick, you never, ever, ever get what you want. You get what you picture. You don't ever get what you want. You get what you picture. So you say if you want to make $100,000 a month. You know, before I joined Jeunesse, I was making $100,000 a month here. It was already there. It was already there. I said, okay, I'm going to go down and I'm going to break $100,000 a month inside Jeunesse. I'm going to do this in X amount of time. I was mentally there. Every single day, for 15 minutes a day, I sat myself in a room and I sat still and I visualized making $100,000 a month in Jeunesse. And I lived in it. I lived in the moment. See, your brain doesn't know the difference between real and fake. That's why when you have a bad dream at night, you thought Freddy Krueger was killing you, you woke up sweating. You thought you were getting killed in your dream because your brain didn't know the difference between real and fake. So you got to learn to train your brain. And one of the ways to train your brain is to self-meditate. To meditate on this. Okay? Sit back and put yourself, I'm a diamond. You're already a diamond. Picture yourself as a diamond for 10 to 15 minutes a day. Picture yourself making $100,000 a month for 10 to 15 minutes a day. Don't care that it's not there yet. Don't worry about how you're going to do it. Everybody always tries to figure out the how. You don't have to figure out the how. What you need to know is why you're doing it. If you figure out why you're doing it, God will provide the how. You just got to figure out why. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing this business? I need you all to sit back and absorb why you're doing this business. Why are you doing this business? I was so glad you did the testimony the other day because you hit on something that I wanted to talk about, and I truly, truly appreciate it. You know, if why you're doing this doesn't break you down and make you cry, it ain't big enough. It ain't big enough. Well, Cedrick, I want a new house. Are you going to cry if you don't get it? Cedrick, I want a new car. Are you going to cry, just be upset that you don't get it? You're just upset. You got to have a why big enough to make you cry. I'm doing this business, Cedrick, because I got to put my kids through college. If you don't get it, is that going to make you cry? If they got to live with you for the next 20 years, you're going to be crying. You got to have a why big enough to make you what? Cry. You live at home with your parents right now, you got to get out of there. Is that big enough to make you cry? Yes, I got to get out of here. My mom and dad are driving me nuts. I got to get out of here. It's got to be big enough to make you what? Cry. I do this because of my kids. It's all about my kids. Just left Virginia. My youngest daughter just graduated. She's just got accepted into Old Dominion University. She's going to school for 12 years to be a psychiatrist. 12 years. I said, girl, you good. I didn't like the books I got for free. 12 years. My oldest daughter just graduated last year. She's a teacher at the middle school that I went to middle school at. Those are my whys though. And when you have girls, they get whatever they want. Daddies, you know that. Girls, if you just a sucker for them, it's just you just a sucker for them. And they know it. They call me for all types of crazy stuff. Daddy, I seen this car. It's only 20 grand. It ain't that much. Daddy, I need all my books now. I don't want to wait. Kids and girls always get everything. My son kicked him out when he was 18. Go, get him. Come on the world. You gotta have that why though. So why are you doing this? Like if it ain't big enough to make you cry, I need you to figure that out on the way home. I need you to figure out why you're doing this, because that's the only thing that's going to keep you going. Because guess what? There's going to be days that are going to be tough. Every day isn't going to be great. There's going to be days that people are going to tell you that you're nutty, don't do it. There's going to be days that you're not going to feel like working the business. There's going to be days that you're going to get that haterade. There's going to be days that somebody's going to inbox you on Facebook and tell you that you're stupid. There's going to be days that maybe your product got shipped a day late and you all upset. There might be a day that you call customer service and you're on hold for 10 minutes and you're like, you just find an excuse. How big is your why? I could be on hold for customer service for 6 days because my kids are important to me. That's why I'm doing it. So why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Everybody with me on this? You understand how important this is? Because it's got to make you cry. It's got to make you cry or it's not big enough. You see, I already know that some of y'all got whys that's big enough to make you cry because you drove 4.5 hours to see my funny looking self. You gotta have a big why. Either that or you just bored. You got a big why. So why are you doing it? Figure that out and feel it here. Figure it out and feel it here. Because if my why wasn't that big, I wouldn't have drove 350 miles to get here. And drive another 350 to get back and stop at the Waffle House twice and get home at 6 o'clock in the morning. Just the thought of it makes me sweat. But it's big enough. So what's yours? Last thing I want to cover with y'all. Last thing I want to cover with y'all, really quickly, so y'all can get out of here, is I want you to understand what pays you in Jeunesse. I want you to understand what pays you in Jeunesse. You know, we covered form, family, occupation, recreation, money. We covered the fact that we need to make a list, right? And we need to call these people, right? We're not going to text all of them, right? Right? We're not going to text all of them. We figured out that we got to have a why that's huge. It's got to be big enough to make us cry and make us fall. But you know, so many times we get involved in network marketing and we chase ranks. And I want to help you out really quickly. When your mother delivered you into the world, she didn't name you Diamond. If she did, awesome. She didn't name you Ruby. She didn't name you Triple Galactic Ambassador. She didn't name you any of that stuff. She named you Darrell. She named you Johnny. She named you Bob. She named you Mary. Okay. Yes, everybody wants to blow through ranks. Everybody wants to hit every rank inside the company. But what I need you to focus on, is your people. I need you to focus on your people. See, if you work where you're deserved, not where you're needed, if you work where you're deserved, not where you're needed, you'll make more money. You're going to always be needed everywhere. You got to work where you're deserved. I was just with Bob, 2 weeks ago? Just with Bob 2 weeks ago in New Orleans. New Orleans, I even sound like I'm from Louisiana. New Orleans. I was from New Orleans. Did some fishing, had a phenomenal event. 2 weeks later, I'm with him again. When I get back from Tahiti, I'm with him again. Why? Because I'm working where I'm deserved. His team is moving. Okay? There's 25,000 people on our team. There's certain people that don't deserve it just yet. Okay? Because I gotta travel. It's not, none of this stuff is free. And I don't charge anybody. That pay for it myself. But I got to work where I'm deserved. I don't look and see how much money am I making off of that if I go. That's not my goal. That's not what I'm looking at. I'm working where I'm deserved. Some of y'all are paying attention to only the people that are in your pay leg. Some of you are paying attention to only the people that are in your pay leg because that's what affects your cycles. What you fail to realize is that if you ignore the people that are in your power leg, that are leaders in your power leg, if you ignore them and you don't solidify their leadership, you don't solidify them in, they're going to feel as if you don't care about them. They're going to feel as if they're not needed. They're going to feel as if, well, I guess I don't get no attention. I don't need no, okay. And all of a sudden, those people's head get a little foggy a little bit. The next thing you know, they catch the shiny object syndrome. You know, I want you to keep in mind that you gotta treat your people like it's a relationship. You gotta treat your people like it's a husband or a wife. See, if your husband doesn't give you what you need at home, you might end up talking to somebody who does. If your wife doesn't end up giving you what you need at home, sometimes we talk to somebody who does. It's unfortunate, but that's the world that we live in. Guess what? It's not good or bad. It's called what? Human nature. It's human nature. We all want to feel, we all want to be needed. We all want people to care about us. We all want love. So don't just ignore me because I'm in your power leg. Well, Johnny's already on steroids right now. All I get is 10% check match. I'm just getting, you're counting money. Are you serious? Johnny just brought in 10,000 people. You think that affects you? Johnny don't need my help. He's already, Johnny's on power, going on steroids. I need to focus on my orthopedic leg right now. Work where you're deserved, not where you're needed. Am I telling you not to spend time on your pay leg? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is don't ignore the people that are in other legs just because you're focused on your check. Network marketing is about the checks of other people's. If you focus on everybody else's check, you won't ever have to look at yours. Focus on everybody else's check. If you focus on everybody else's check, I will show you how to recruit bank managers. And no matter what bank you bank at. Some of y'all are like, well, how do you do that? I say, what are you talking about? I still get paper checks on purpose. I don't do direct deposit. I like going to the bank with stupid checks with 2 digits in front of the comma. So the bank teller can look at me and say, holy crap, what do you do? Then she looks at my hand and doesn't see a ring and says, what do you really do? That's how you recruit the branch manager. I talked to Scott Lewis 2 weeks ago and I said, I got to introduce you to the branch manager of Wells Fargo in Tampa. He was like, what are you talking about? I said, I recruited the branch manager. He's like, said you crazy. He didn't know. No, you didn't. I said, and I just paused. He said, you did it for real, didn't you? I said, bro, you have no idea, bro. I recruit them all. If you come to my house, I recruit you. I recruited the 2 men and the truck people that came to my house to deliver furniture in my house in Ocala. Because they walk in and say, what do you do? When you get done delivering my stuff, y'all come in my office. I'm going to show you something. I recruited the lady that tried to sell me $13,000 worth of blinds. She wanted to sell me $13,000 worth of blinds and she was in my kitchen. She had bags. She needs to know about this. They're close to you. It's like, come on. I bought a Honda Accord yesterday on the side of the road. I wasn't planning on buying a car. 144,000 miles, 1992 Honda Accord. Some of y'all like, Cedrick, what do you need a 1992 Honda Accord? I drive back and forth from Tampa to Ocala 2-3 times a week. Burning up my car. I need a 4-cylinder, $25, fill up the tank beater. You cannot kill a Honda Accord. You can't kill it. They run forever. Negotiated with the guy, beat him up for another $800. Looked at him and said, you need to learn about this product that I got. Sold him 2 boxes of instantly ageless and took $100 back because I sold them to him $50 a piece. Got a Honda Accord and a sale out the deal. Some of y'all are like, you're crazy. Yes, but I'm not broke. See, here's what I figured out. To talk to everybody that's around me because I never know. You never know who's who, right? You never know who's who. You don't know who's who. You don't know who knows the next person. Every dud knows a stud. Don't ever forget. Every dud knows a stud. You're sitting back prejudging somebody. You're like, Johnny, you know, Johnny's so lame. Johnny this, Johnny that. Johnny might introduce you to a rock star because you kept Johnny around. Johnny might introduce you. What if you know? My sponsor recruited. My sponsor drove. I'm gonna tell you how Bob Bearden got into business. My sponsor drove actually this is directly how he got into business, but my sponsor drove to someone's house to do a presentation. This person said that they were going to have 10 people there. They had how many? 0. My sponsor drove a couple of hours. He was a little upset that there were 0 people there. Me, I wouldn't have got all upset about it, but you know, he got a little hot and bothered. You're going to get me on the phone with somebody right now. Right, you're going to get me on the phone with somebody. He got him on the phone with Ron Pruitt. Put him on the phone with Ron Pruitt. Ron Pruitt started talking to my sponsor about genetics. Ron Pruitt joined the business. Ron Pruitt called Bob Bearden. Bob Bearden called a couple of you. Here we are today. Isn't it interesting how it all works out? All from a no-show at an event. All from a no-show. So some of y'all are sitting back like, well, I do meetings all the time and don't nobody show up. Said, I just gave you a clue on how to recruit some people. I drove 3 hours. You don't have to get me on the phone with somebody. Every dud knows a what? Stud. Every zero knows a hero. You don't know who they know. You just don't know. So you need to become an owl. You need to become an owl. Y'all want to be rich in network marketing? You become an owl. Ooh, 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 ooh. You become an owl. Who do you know? Who do you know that has a face, Johnny? Who do you know that wants to make some extra money? Who do you know that hates their boss? Who do you know that wants more vacation time? Who do you know? 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 I need you all to understand this so you can get out of your comfort zone. The quicker you get out of your comfort zone, the more money you're going to make. The more you stay in this comfort zone that you're comfortable with, the less money that you're going to make. I need you to step out. I need you to step out. That's why some of you that have to drive back 4 hours, stop, get some coffee, but I'm excited for you because you're out of your comfort zone. Some of y'all are here and it's 10 o'clock at night, but some of y'all are asleep at this time. You are out of your comfort zone. Some of y'all are sitting here right now and say, I wish he shut up so I can go home. You are out of your comfort zone. You are out of your comfort zone. I need you to get out of the box because in the box there is no money here. There is no money in the box. You know where the money is? Outside. It's outside of this little thing here. So when you go through your daily life and you're all comfortable every day and everything's cool, you're not making money. As soon as you get uncomfortable, things start to happen. Amazing things start to happen when you get uncomfortable. Because in order to become comfortable, you must first become uncomfortable. You must first become uncomfortable before you get comfortable. It is not comfortable for me to drive 5 hours. However, I understand that I've got to get uncomfortable. So in 5 years, when I'm making $1 million a month, I get to look back and say, I remember the day that we drove to the panhandle for 5 hours, and I got here 2 hours early, and I looked, and I was outside putting my shirt on, ready to get in, and I realized that I was an hour early because the time zone changed. I remember those days. I ain't lying. I was outside getting all ready, and I looked at my phone, and I said, I'm an hour early. I take my shirt back off again. It's hot out here. You got to do this all over again. But you got to get what? Uncomfortable. I need you all to get out of here. I want you all to get out of here. So do something every day that gets you uncomfortable. Talk to a stranger. Cedrick, you want me to talk to a stranger? Yes! Your mother and father taught you certain things when you were young that jacked you up. Remember? Hey, don't talk to strangers. Stranger danger, stranger danger. Don't talk to strangers. Where does money come from? Strangers. Strangers. Are you kidding me? They've been telling you all your life to never talk to strangers. Some of you have been still locking in with that. My mom told me. You are 58 years old right now. My mom told me, no. I teach my kids, love strangers. Love strangers are the best. Daddy, where does money come from? Strangers. Your boss, before he or she hired you, was what? A stranger. Your wife, your husband, before you met he or she was what? A stranger. Meet strangers. Get uncomfortable every day. Do something to get uncomfortable. Really quickly, I'm going to open the floor I'm going to do this 4 times, just so I don't get killed here in the next 40 minutes. So I'm opening up the door 4 times for 4 questions. Somebody, because we're going to close this out. Bam! It ain't nothing like having a horse that just kicks everybody's butt. You know what's so cool about having a $250,000 horse when you go to a horse show? You know what's so cool about that? Is when I go, I stand out like a sore thumb. I said, so what do you do? Who are you here with? So funny you ask. My horse's name is Eye Candy. Your horse's name Eye Candy? Yeah, my horse's name Eye Candy, and I sell Eye Candy. Have you ever seen the Eye Candy presentation? Eye Candy. Funny you ask. Just got this phenomenal text message that the boy did today. That's awesome. All right, quick questions. 4 quick questions, and then we are out of here. Who has a great question? Talk to me.
When are you going to be back with the heat?
I leave Friday and I'm back Friday. Next Friday. Yep. Friday. That question don't count. Yes.
how well is the website working with, like your team has their own personal little website where everybody can press the, join now and see the little 2-minute video, and it's like a little extra thing. that
How is
y'all
it
have.
working?
Yeah,
It's
like,
it's on
slow down.
steroids. It's one of the reasons why we're the fastest growing team in the company. Some of y'all don't know what she's talking about. We have a marketing system in our team. All of you have access to it. You go to teamtakeovermarketing.com, just how it sounds, teamtakeovermarketing.com. I learned a long time ago that some network marketing companies can't spell marketing. And the second word in network marketing is what? Marketing. That's why a lot of their pages don't convert. So I own 2 different internet marketing systems. I have some partners that are the best coders in the industry, best graphics artists I've ever seen in my life. And we put together a system that you have access to, from retail pages to built-in funnel pages to autoresponders that are already there. There's traffic that's already built in. There's a leaderboard. There's all sorts of things. So it's working great. I highly suggest that you all get it to use it because it works. Good question. Thank you. Who else has a great question?
Update on Monavie energy drinks.
Say it again.
Monavie energy drinks.
What about it?
Update, you know anything? That
EMVs.
put on the menu and then they took them off.
Yeah, so EMV. So EMV was just released in Brazil and with some other stuff that was released in Brazil from the colleges out of the world, that products that we purchased from Monavie. I mean, when we acquired Monavie. We are not going into the juice business, for those of y'all that were wondering. All right, you're not going to have purple juice show up in your back office. So let me explain to you how this is going to work. First of all, there's about 35,000 people that are still on auto ship for Monavie's purple juice. So what we're doing as a company is that we're keeping the product to take care of those auto ship people, okay? And it's going to be in the back office. It's going to be in the back office of those Monavie people that were transitioned. Just like y'all have, some of y'all saw it, it's not showing up now, but just like you used to only see Nebo in the back office, you never saw a video. Okay, that's going to be in the back office. The EMD energy drink, they're actually doing a little update. Should be about another week or so, and it'll be back. We'll tell you that don't miss the event in Orlando in November. That's all I'm going to say. I can't elaborate on that. Just don't miss the event in Orlando in November. Hashtag EMV.
What date?
Something else might happen there.
What date in November?
13th to the 15th.
Just making sure we're clear on this. I have the energy drink in my back office as for an auto shipment that's gonna be sent out tomorrow. There's no way I'm getting that, so I need to take it off and change it to something else.
No,
But that's really
no,
tomorrow.
you already placed the order, it's coming. You can get it.
Good, I won't.
Yeah, me too. It's good.
Good.
You said that with such authority.
I
Oh, that's a bang.
So you ordered it right when it was available for like those 2 days, or whatever you saw?
It was,
for
and I put it on my auto ship, I just put it on my auto ship,
Oh,
and
right.
it's still on there. So,
Yeah, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're just gonna have everybody else want to steal it from you.
good, y'all get up there.
Who else has a great question? Yes, ma'am.
What if you are a previous Monavie distributor who is inactive?
Previous Monavie that's inactive?
Yes, I never separated from the company.
All right, so you got the same rules that you have with Jeanette's, being that we own them now. So it's your 6-month, lovely little 6-month daily.
So I can just reactivate that account and
Well, if you've been out of Monavie for 6 months, you're free. You're do whatever you want. Yeah, yep, you can do whatever you want. And I'm glad you brought that up. Listen, everybody. We don't want to get into the tit for tat. You know, we own the company now. It's us, and you can't be slick with this, because in the back office when they go to join, there's a box that they have to check off that says
That's gone.
it's gone now.
And I
Oh,
think
really?
it's gone because they.
Well, yeah, it's all done now.
Tree, so now they're in.
Oh, well.
They weren't in that tree, so now if they go in, and they were in a Monavie tree, it's gonna say social security number not unique. Cause it's already.
Gotcha, which says that all the time anyways.
Right.
Let it through anyway. If you get a social security not unique, let me know. I'll get that unique social security number fixed. We'll get it in.
I'm sorry, I just watched a YouTube video about the ionized water by Dr. Nathan Newman.
This is, oh my goodness, this is a question that I get asked at every event. Okay, let me address this really quickly.
Must have been a bad question, I'm
No,
sorry.
no, it's fine. Actually, I get it at every event, so no, I'm glad that you brought it up. All right, so some of y'all are you see this water machine called J Pure on YouTube. Dr. Nathan Newman is talking about it, and people have been asking for this water machine. The water machine. Okay, the water machine is great. It's an awesome product. Okay, we've sold about 65 to 70 of them so far. We are split testing this in one group. We're not releasing it to the whole company yet for a couple of reasons. Number one, we do not want to get into the plumbing business. Everybody understand? See, we're getting bombarded in customer service already. Have you noticed? Let's go ahead and put 10,000 water machines in the fields, and then have people call the customer service and say, I don't know how to screw this onto my sink right. Okay, it'll be a nightmare. So we are testing it inside of a group that came from Kagan Water. So they knew how to sell these machines already. Secondly, the reason why we're not releasing it to the whole field as of yet is because the last thing that we want you to do is to start to focus on big ticket stuff. You see, I do presentations and trainings and I teach people how to ask for money. And I have people that have a problem with getting $499. Now you gotta ask for $3,000.
That's how much that,
Yeah.
really?
No, I'm sorry, it's $3,800. Cost you about $3 grand. One of the reasons why people want to focus on it because it has a higher commission to it. Obviously, it's a $3,800 product. There's going to be a higher commission up front on it. You know, it's close to $1 grand. $750 fast start commission. Oh my goodness, if I can just sell 2 of these, I'll be freaking home free. But then you got to do all these demos and all this good stuff. And everybody isn't going to spend $3,000, $4,000 like that. Some of y'all got people thinking about $199. Okay, so it's a process. So it might be coming out, you know, sooner than later, but I can promise you that they wouldn't allow our team to test it anyway. I can just tell y'all that right now. Because if our team tested it, they're gonna have to give it to the whole company. You know how loud we are? They can test it with a small pocket. You can't test it with 25,000 crazy people because it's not a test anymore. Y'all just selling all. Okay, so don't beat us up on the water machine yet. We've got to split test this and see what the results are before we turn this thing up. The last thing that we want to do is have another instantly ageless issue, where people all of a sudden want this product and then we ain't got enough of them and then y'all get upset because we can't fulfill it. You know, so we're being smart about it. One more question. Great question, thank you. One more question and then we're wrapping. Nobody has a great question for me. Awesome sauce. Cedrick, where's the water?
One over here.
Question. Yes, ma'am.
I had seen one of the videos where they were talking about coming out with a hairline product. Have you heard anything about that? No.
No, not a hairline product.
The eyeliner loss one?
No eyelash stuff. We're not going to combine unique stuff with us. No. There's some other things that are coming down the pipe. I will tell you that, you know, just some of y'all that are wondering, because I get a message probably every day about this country, that country, this country. We're not opening up any more countries anytime soon. There might be 1 or 2 that are already in a process that we have to finish, but we're not going to be focusing on a bunch more countries. We've got 115 of them right now, and we need to focus on those 115 before we, you know, say, well, let's open up this. Somebody called me and said, I got 3 people in Egypt that I can sign up. Awesome. I spent $1 million to open up Egypt for your 3 cousins. That's not how it works. Okay, so we want to focus on the markets that we have.
I just have a quick question. You mentioned in the last event in New Orleans, Taiwan. Are we launching instantly ageless in July there?
Taiwan? I didn't mention Taiwan. The words Taiwan have never come out of my mouth until just now.
Okay, I was thinking.
July is there's another country that's launching IA in July. But it's not Taiwan.
Okay.
I gotta find out.
Okay, I'm sorry, I can't remember either.
Awesome. All right, so with that being said, I want to leave y'all all 2 quick things. Number 1, I always like to connect with everybody on Facebook. Okay? Now, do me a favor, don't try to send me a friend request because it's going to tell you I have too many friends. And Mark Zuckerberg does not answer my phone call like he won't answer yours. So send me a message, say, Cedrick, I was at the New Orleans event, add me as a friend. I'll kick somebody off of Facebook that's playing Mafia Wars and add you as a friend. I want to be connected with you. Okay, I want to be connected with you. Secondly, I'm going to give you all my cell phone number. Okay, I'm going to give it to you because I love 3-way calls. I love three-way calls. I'm not the upline that you're gonna get that's gonna say, I can't take the call from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock on this day, on that day. I run from 9 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the morning, 7 days a week. This is my life. I've designed my life around Janess. Okay? My cell phone number is area code 813-407-2743. 813-407-2743. My name is spelled Cedrick. Last name Harris. Cedrick. Cell phone number 813-407-2743. Feel free to put it in your cell phone under cash. Alright. Alright, if y'all don't have any more for me, I'm going to find me a Waffle House. But before I do so, I need your help. I always have to take a backward selfie every time we do an event. So I need everybody to stay here. Just kind of bunch together. And I'm going to jump on this chair and do a backward selfie. Gotta let them know that we're in the building. This is how we do it.
Can you see? Right in between you guys.
Everybody in there?
I need a selfie stick.
I do need a selfie stick, right? I can't afford one.
Yeah, okay.
All right, on the count. Actually, everybody put their hand up real quick. Let me see what it looks like. Okay, awesome. That's actually good. That's good. All right, everybody put their hand up on the count of 3. Everybody say money.
That's that instant integration.
1, 2, 3. All right, one more. I gotta make sure I got everybody. Hold on, somebody's missing in the side over here. Hold on. Squeeze it a little bit on this side. Okay, there we go. All right. Put them up. 1, 2, 3.